của người yêu rồi.
We used to. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I got your head on my chest, I'm a little unsteady. Another night in the morning, girl, I'm into you. Yeah. We could dive to the deep end and get real heavy. But I've been there and I'm not going back anytime too soon. Cause I'll end up skipping sessions, ditching friends, and living your bed till I'm out of love and you're so upset. No, I don't wanna hurt you, tamper with your heart. Can't we just be friends who meet up when it's dark? Or let's just keep it simple, let's just keep it fun. I can be the homie, but I can't be the one. No, I can't be the one, no. No, baby, I can't be the one right now. I've been working on myself and I've been taking time. Riding solo, I've been flying high. I don't need nobody blowing up my spot, nah, nah. Yeah. Oh, I'm a lover, but right now I'm by my do-do-do. You'll try to get me out of work and that's a no-no-no. You'll go insane when some girls try to call my phone, oh, no, 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 no. I don't wanna hurt you, tamper with your heart. Can't we just be friends who meet up when it's dark? Or let's just keep it simple, let's just keep it fun. I can be the homie, but I can't be the one. No, I don't wanna hurt you, tamper with your heart. Can't we just be friends who meet up when it's dark? Or let's just keep it simple, let's just keep it fun. I can be the homie, but I can't be the one. No, I can't be the one, no. Yeah, 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 I can't be the one, no, no, no. Yeah. Let's keep it simple. take it one day at a time. I've been here before. Keep me out of my way, 'cause I'd like to be here tomorrow. I'm alright, I'm fine. I promise I won't give up without a fight. It's me, myself, and I. We'll make it right out of lie yourself today if you can. It'll be fine, I'm up with my friend. Let's take this from 1 to 10. Once we dance, never gonna end. Love yourself today if you can. It'll be fine, I'm up with my friend. Let's take this from 1 to 10. Once we dance, never gonna end. Love yourself today if you can. It'll be fine, I'm up with my friend. Let's take this from 1 to 10. Once we dance, never gonna end. I'm alright, I'm fine. I promise I won't give up without a fight. It's me, myself, and I. Taking one day at a time.
Wondering if thousands of miles away the sky's just as blue. It's as if I'm stuck in yesterday when I'm thinking of you. 'Cause when you have your morning coffee, I'm turning out the lights so I could dream. And when you smile through the screen, I wish you could be with me. So I lay my head to rest when the sun is rising. I'll start a brand new day when the moon is shining. I long to be with you in all the places you have been. So today I am time traveling. Da-da-da-da. Oh, today I am time traveling.
And every time that you are closing your eyes, I will be beside you. And my heart will glide across the miles to fly right to you. 'Cause when I dive into the traffic, the echo of your voice is all I hear. I'm never tired of your laughing so far, but ever so near. So I lay my head to rest when the sun is rising. I start a brand new day when the moon is shining. I long to be with you in all the places you have been. So today I am time traveling. So today I am time traveling. So I lay my head to rest when the sun is rising. I'll start a brand new day when the moon is shining. I long to be with you in all the places you have been. So today I am time traveling. Da-da-da-da. Oh, today I am time traveling.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I hear a lot about sinners. Don't think that I'll be a saint, but I might go down to the river. 'Cause the way that the sky opens up when we touch, yeah, it's making me say that the way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, Feel so holy, 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 holy. On guard, running to the altar like a track star. Can't wait another second, cause the way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, feel so holy, yeah. I don't do well with the drama. No, I can't stand it being fake. I don't believe in nirvana, but the way that we love in the night give me life. I can't explain the way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me. Feel so holy, 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 holy. On guard, running to the altar like a track star. Can't wait another second, cause the way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, feel so holy, yeah. You say we're too young, yeah. The pimps and the players say don't go crushing. Wise men say fools rushing, but I don't know. They say we're too young, yeah. The pimps and the players say don't go crushing. Wise men say fools rushing, but I don't know. The way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, feel so holy, 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 holy. On guard, running to the altar like a track star. Can't wait another second. On guard, I'm running to the altar like a track star. Can't wait another second. On guard, running to the altar like a track star. Can't wait another second. It's the way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, feel so holy. Nervous chit-chat on the train. I sang you Sam Cooke on the way back to your room. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I didn't realize what I had, like a fool. And those winter morning subways seemed a little warmer with you. And those summer nights barbecuing all night, losing track of time on my route. There was only you, there was only me, and the city. There was only you, there was only me, and the city. Sundays waking up at noon, messy hair and stale perfume still smells so sweet. Eating breakfast in the park, stealing kisses on the dark side of the street. And those winter morning subways seemed a little warmer with you, yeah. And those summer nights barbecuing all night, losing track.
Hello, everyone. Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you, everyone, for being here so early. I hope that you are having a good time, and I hope that you haven't been waiting for so long. So I'm Gracie, and I'm your host and moderator for today's event. the virtual job fair for Expat Teacher 2022. Thank you for taking the time to join us for the bold 2 days of the fair. So in our today's session, we'll go over some advice from VTJ's experts on how to impress your employer and find the best way to present your ability and experience for your CV. So after that, there will be 2 live sessions by our 2 employers. One is THT Đà Lạt, and then the Pony English based in Bắc Ninh province and in Hanoi City. So without further ado, I'm gonna invite Mrs. Jessie from VTJ to come and share with us about how to impress your favorite employer and get the job offers that you deserve. Please come.
Thank you. Can you stop sharing? Hello everyone, my name is Jessie and I'm representative from Vietnam Teaching Job for sharing with you guys today. So it's really nice to see all of you on the weekend. I hope it's weekend of you guys too. And there's so many teachers join really early in your time zone. But I really hope that today you will have the great experience with the employers. So for our employer today, they also high and willing to support the teachers from inside and outside of Vietnam. So I really hope that you can have the good offer to apply today and also have the be classified for any information you needed with the employer. For my sharing, please wait a little bit. I will share my screen right now. Can you guys see my screen right now? Yes. Yeah, thank you. Please let me know if you don't hear me clearly because I don't know whether my earphones is work good or not. So please let me know in the chat bar. Okay, thank you, Mr. Choti. Okay, I will start with my presentation today. So although we also mentioned in our topic of job fair 2022, today I just want to share my advice and also some tips during the experience. I work with many expat teachers to find a job in Vietnam and also involved in many the interview or the demo with between the employer and teachers. So this is just the short sharing around the 30 minutes I would like to give to teachers, although I know that there are many professional and experienced teachers here, but it's really hard that the tips I mentioned today will be useful for you guys, especially in the peak time of recruitment in Vietnam, especially for the academic years. It's usually begin in the August, middle of August, or also beginning of the September in some school. So for Vietnam Teaching Job, we not only support teachers about the job to connect the teacher with the employer, the suitable offer to consider and apply, but we also support about the procedures like entry visa or extend visa or TRC work permit, also about the flight ticket, accommodation in Vietnam, and TESOL cost if you are in it. So if you have any requests relating to the line coming to Vietnam and living in Vietnam, so just let us know via our official email info@vietnamteachingjobs.com or our hotline or Zalo WhatsApp. We mentioned in our official website. So to save time, I will introduce my parts of presentation today. Is will divide it into 2 parts. How expat teachers can impress employers and how to make an attractive CV and resume to make the really professional to your CV when you apply for teachers. And of course, it's based on my experience and my opinion. So I just hope that it will be useful for you guys. So the first part is how Expat teachers can impress employer. In my experience, it will have the 5 steps or 5 aspects that the Expat teachers can have the environment to interact with the employer and make the impression. The first one is the application. The second one is the communication and response between the employer and candidates during the time of application. The third is the interview, and of course the demo, and the final is make a decision about the offer. So we'll go detail for each step in my presentation. The first one is application. So for my experience, I will divide it into the 2 different kinds of application for Expat teachers. The first one is the direct application and the second is indirect one. So the direct application is the most common one in Vietnam. That teachers search about the offer or the job of the employer in their website, about school center website or recruitment website to prepare about the CV and also document relating to and make an application. So for the direct application, the employer will consider about the teacher's CV, the design and the content, of course, but I will send the detail in the part 2, as I mentioned, and the document attached. So I really recommend you just attach the relevant ones and make the clear name for each file when you attach it, so that the employer can have the overview, really clearly overview for your application before consider it. Delivering your message. Every application, when you apply via the website, school website or recruitment website, and especially via email, we recommend you put the message here. So the message should have the greeting to the employer, the short message about why you choose to apply for the position or why you are suitable for the position, and then give the thank you for the employer for considering your CV and your application. It's just a really short ask, but it will make the really good impression for the employer when consider your application. The communication and response, especially for the teachers when apply for the employer, it usually use the email because they have the many application at the time. So they just choose the candidates really specifically when it's go over the step of the document scanning. So most teachers will communicate with the employer via email. So please, to make sure you will reply to the email polite and timely at the time you apply, because the employer can send the email anytime after you make the application. And please direct to the request. For example, if they ask for add more information or documents, so just please follow the requirement of them. The indirect application, so it usually applies for the position that require the specialized skill or the high qualified, for example, the head teachers, head of academic department, IB teachers, etc. So usually for these types of application, the employer will make the research about the candidates in some site or platform like LinkedIn or recruitment site. So they will view about the profile of the teachers of the Expat in this site and consider about social network or references you mentioned, and also the philosophy you deliver during your profile or your page, so that they will consider whether you are fit into the community or in the position they are looking for or not. So just give the little notes here that please meet the basic requirements for any applications, especially for the Expat teachers. So it's usually the 2 main aspects that document required for visa and work permit. So about this, Miss Sophia also mentioned so much yesterday, and we also mentioned and have the many articles before. So please consider the detail in our website vietnamteachjob.com. We have many articles about this, so you can see the detail here. And the second one is your qualification or experience. So many teachers reply to me that although they make really many applications at the time, but didn't receive any response. So the reason that the employer have not considered your CV, yes, it's just a little reason, but the more common one is you not fit the basic requirement they mentioned in the GD or in your offer they put. So please make sure you having the suitable experience is more important than having many experience but in other field. For example, if they are looking for the math and science teachers and require you have the degree in this field, so please make sure you have the degree in this field or you have the degree relating to this field. Or if you don't have the major in this, so you can have at least the experience about 1 or 2 years over in math and science teaching. And that will save your and your employer time, and also you will have the high risk of taking the vacancy. Don't feel disappointed when not hearing any response from the employer when you make the application. So please note about this. The second is the response and communication. So please maintain the polite tone and please be concise, direct to the requirement from the employer when they are request, and please respond timely because many as employer mention that when the expat teachers make the application and then they reply again to ask some more information, then they not receive any response from the expat teachers. So please make sure you check your email frequently if you are in time of applying for job, because the employer can contact anytime. And actually many school and center just communicate via email rather than make phone call for you because have many applications at the time. So please check the email frequently. For the interview, we also mentioned so much about this. So in some articles in Vietnam Teaching Job site, you can look in for the article in our site. For example, top 5 criteria to have every job interview, or 10 tips guarantee successful online interview. But for now, I just give you the basics, but I think the important 5 tips you should note in the interview with employer. The first one is ready to get in. It means that the word to make sure before you come to interview, please make sure that you are full equipped. It means don't be late, well dressed, smile on your face, and have the high confidence. So that will make you have the really good first impression with the employer. And of course, be prepared. And the most important part of preparation for interview is make a research about the organization, about the English standards or school you will have the interview with. Show them that you know about their company histories, the structures, the cultures, the visions, so that it will make the employer feel satisfied because every employer like the teachers take time to care about them and make research about them before the interview. And what you can bring to them. So although you apply for a job to working for employers, but it actually more likely cooperation between two sides. So please show them what is your ability, what you can give to them, of course, based on the demand at the time. Be ready for the tricky questions. Many employers would like to decide whether the expert teacher fit into their community or their offer. So they will always ask for the tricky question or create the situation to check about the knowledge of the teachers as the educator, or test about the problem solving, logical thinking. So please make sure to be prepared for some case, some situation or some tricky question you may face in the interview, so that at the time you don't be confused about this. Ask the questions. On those, it's not really compulsory, but really recommend for teachers to ask the question. Please make sure that you know the interview is the two-way street. So don't just receive the question and answer to employer, but also prepare some questions to ask, not only to classify whether the offer is suitable for you, but also show the employer that you are really interested in the field, in this offer, in the school. So besides some question about the salary or benefits is really basic question. If they're not mentioned to you, so you may ask them about this. But besides these questions, I recommend some more that you may use to ask the employer in the interview. For example, will I have additional responsibility outside of teaching, and how often a teacher is expected to fulfill this? Because I have met many cases that teachers feel unhappy when they receive the offer, and then they know that beside teaching, they have to do other responsibility, not just about teaching. That is why you need to be clearly and classify about the task during the interview, or especially before making the decision to take the offer from the employer. So that's when you face this, so both sides happy about this because already know and agree. The second is, what are the biggest challenges new teachers face at your school, so that you can be considered whether you can pass the challenge or you can be prepared before taking the offer. What the employer expectations for teachers in this role, or what qualities have made teachers successful in this role? You can hear from the employer side, so that you can decide whether you are fit into this or not. For the demo, I just want to give the short tip here. So first one, please make sure you be prepared. Know your audience, student age, the lesson content, so that you can deliver the right lesson to the right student here. Be on time, of course, be confident with your ability and have a suitable manner during the demo. And please note that you should give the thank you email or the thank you message to the employer after the interview or demo for spending time to chat with you. So it will give the really best impression for the employer. Make the decision or for offer. So I made so many cases that teachers make the employer wait so long because they consider several offers at the time. But please be professional to give the specific time for your final decision, and don't waste time of employer because you are confused so many offers at the time. And in case you don't want to take the offer, just give the polite decline, because you will don't know whether in the near future you will apply for this position again or any other position in the employer. So it will don't make you awkward in this case. And generally, just be honest and polite during the application. This is the most important attitude the employer are looking for from the candidates. Oh, for about the attractive CV and resume, I would like to have the separate part for this, because I'm sure that this is the most first step that you make the impression with the employer to create for the environment for other steps. So for the CV, I would like to divide into design the format of the CV and then the content of this. For the design format, please make sure you display all the information clearly. You have profile paragraph, for example, divided for personal information, the experience, education, for example, to make the clearly overview for employer when viewed by your CV. And you can have some creativities for your CV, because if you don't want to use the normal CV as many teachers use, but please make sure you will still have the full information needed. The most important part of the CV is content. So please make sure you will have the fully content as mentioned today. And we recommend firstly is personal information about your full name, the contact, the email, the phone number, or the social network link if you want, so that make sure the employer can contact you easier when they interest in your CV. Education background. So is it about the major, degree, teaching certificate, any relating certificate to the position you want to apply? The work experience, of course, list the relating experience into the position, and please remember to list the newest to the oldest. Your skill, for example, planning skill, communication skill, presentation skill, any skill you think that it will support you to fill the position better, effectively, and will make the employer care about this. Please don't forget about a small professional but friendly photo in your CV. Let's also have the another part is references. It is really recommend for teachers to put the reference in their CV, because it will support teachers to have the trust with the employer. Please make sure to list about the 2 or 3 references. And when you put the reference in your CV, please make sure to mention about the name of the organization, name of representative, and the title, and also the contact, especially the email of the representative, so that the employer can contact and ask for references. So as you guys can see now, I show a sample CV in our website, vietnamteachingjob.com, and I show the teachers mention full the information to make the employer have clearly CV to consider. As you can see here, he put the personal detail, and then the teaching expectations, expect salary or location, and something about himself, the key skill, the education background, the teaching experience. So in Vietnam teaching job site, teachers just need to fill the information in the paragraph that Vietnam teaching job had already designed for teachers. So when you fill all the full information, it will appear to the really good design CV for you and be professional when you apply for the employer. And just the final tip, that please don't use acronyms without defining them at the first instance, and explain any gaps in your work history. If you are the newly qualified teachers and you have less experience, so I recommend you should list your teaching practice or activities before that's relating to teachings. And most importantly, when I work with some employer about asking about whether teachers have the qualified but less experience about this, so they say that they will consider about the philosophy of teaching philosophy of the teachers, to consider whether it fits into their community or not. So I think it's really important for the newly qualified teachers if they don't have many experience in teaching. And please check your spelling and grammar. It's really awkward if you apply for the English teachings, but you have the incorrect grammar in your CV. So that's all for my short presentation today, and I just hope that you will have the useful tip before making the application for this bit of time. Okay. So do you have any questions for my presentation today? So you can raise the hand in the icon and I will unmute for your micro. Just leave in the chat bar. Okay, I saw the hand right now. So Miss Ella, right? Miss Ella, can you please unmute?
Good morning.
Hello?
Can you hear me? Hi, good morning.
It's really difficult to hear right now. So can you speak again?
Just hold on. Let me just adjust the volume.
Oh, sorry, but I still can't hear it.
Can you hear me now?
A little low here. So
Why?
let me. Okay, can you talk again?
Now, can you hear me
Yes.
now?
Yes, it's okay now.
All right, I have a question. excuse me, I have a bit of a cold. I often see the salaries are negotiable.
Pardon, can you
Okay.
repeat again?
I often see that the salaries are negotiable.
Salary negotiation, right?
Yes, yes. I find this really very difficult. I'm a very experienced teacher, and I look at the description of what the requirements are for the jobs, but I haven't taught in Vietnam for quite a few years. So now when it comes to negotiation, these things can take up a lot of time, and communication is difficult already, often with HR, is my experience so far. I've applied to quite a few schools in Vietnam. Now, when it comes to salaries negotiable, what exactly are the employers trying to, what are they saying to us? Why don't they just advertise a USD price or offer a USD salary, and that's it. I keep it simple.
Actually, I work with many employer about the salary for the expert teachers. When they put the salary in the advertising, actually they also give the salary for expert teachers in reality, but not all teachers. So you also know that if they put in the advertising about the highest salary scale they give for expert teachers, it will attract the many teachers and experienced teachers to apply to them. And then during the interview and the demo, they will decide the specific scale to apply for teachers. What you say about the negotiate salary with the employer? Actually, in Vietnam, you can negotiate for this, but please make sure you will consider for this factor before negotiate that. First of all, the employer, whether they have enough financial ability to negotiate the salary with you. For example, if you expect in your expectation that you want to the offer for about the 2,000 USD per month, for example, and you want to negotiate the salary to the employer, but please make sure the employer you apply, they have the abilities or they have big enough to provide the salary scale for you. For example, many the employer also mentioned in their offer that up to 1,800 US dollar per month. But when teachers come to the interview and they after they make application and interview and they say that they want to have the 2,000 US dollar per month. So it's really impossible to negotiate at that time. So please first make sure they have the financial ability to deal with the salary for you. The secondly, please make sure if you want to deal about the salary, make sure you meet the basic requirement and the over for the position. For example, they are looking for the teacher for the IB program, for example, and when you meet the IB program and you have over for the GD or geography dimension about the requirement, you have more experience and you are really confident for your knowledge about teaching IB, so you can offer them for the salary that you really want to put in and deal with and not have any lower than. So at the time, if the employer really want you, they will consider about this. But if they not have abilities, they will reply to you at that time, so it can save time for you too. So actually, I work with many expert teachers and I involved in the interview with many expert teacher and employer, and of course, they totally can deal about the salary with them if you can show them that you have the real ability and experience big enough to give the salary scale. Yeah. So my answer is yes, you can negotiate, because I show many teachers I work with negotiate with the employer, but please make sure that is suitable for the finance in the employer, also in the country. Because some teachers say to me that in the China, they have offered the really high salary scale, and they compare to Vietnam. But please don't do that, because the different
Oh.
country, yeah, have different scale. Because in Vietnam, the living cost may be lower than the China, although the big city like Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi, they have the higher cost. But in other province, and although in the Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi, it's also not higher than higher like the China. So please make sure you have the suitable scales before you about the salary. Yeah.
Okay. JC, I just have a comment too. Obviously, it cannot be compared to China. I have taught in China. I know the salaries are higher there. What I think employers in Vietnam should keep in mind is, look, it's difficult to make the change to relocate to a foreign country. What is important, for instance, is to have medical cover, right? It is not easy to relocate to a different country, land on your feet, and start performing immediately, because that is what is expected. That is the standard, what is expected. Relocate, land on your feet, start teaching, and you must be organized, focused, and there already. You know what I mean? Your mind must be correct.
Totally.
So the basics are important and must be clear. Where is the teacher going to stay when they land? Will someone meet us at the airport? Will we have to pay for a taxi or rent a scooter bike to get to work? How far is work from school? How many schools do I have to teach between? I taught in Vietnam before. I was employed by a school. I didn't realize that in 1 week I have to teach between 5 different schools. It was very, very stressful. And things like these can have an influence on a teacher's performance. It really can. We need the basics when we land. When you've settled into an apartment and you have your basics, you have a place to sleep, you know where to eat, then you can do the job 100% to your ability. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yes, I understand your point here. So it's also the notes for the employers, as you mentioned. I think really good notes for the employer, because when I work with employer, for especially for teachers the first coming to Vietnam, we also mentioned the employer that they should arrange or advise for the teachers to have the pickup at the airport, or how to take the taxi, or how to they come from this place to their center. So we also be the one who guide with departures to the expert teachers, because they know that we know that they are really strange to the new countries. So we already prepare and care about this, but we also will not with the employer about this, because we always have the article or the sharing with the employer too. So it's really good note. And about the thing you mentioned that you experienced to work before, and you have to work for the 5 or 6 school at the years at the time. So actually I have to say in Vietnam, especially in the provinces, there is not have the many opportunity enough to only teach in the English center, because they want to make sure that employer have the full working hour per month, and then have the free salary for teachers to meet their expenses and saving, for example. So especially in the province, they usually use the have the schooling program. It means that it's not only teach in the English center, but the English center will connect with many schools in the areas, and then they arrange teachers to teach in the school to make sure they have the enough teaching hours for teachers. because if the school in the province hire for a full-time teacher, they don't have enough hours and enough salary to pay for them. So that's why they have many English center connect with the school and deliver the class for expat teacher. But for the schooling program, we always remind the teacher that please ask carefully in the interview or before getting the offer about the travel, about the accommodation, and any allowance for when you travel to the place or location to teach, about free lunch at school or something like that. So when you make sure and you know about that, and it will be more happy for you then.
Thank you for the information.
Sorry, but I can't hear you right now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little more clearly.
Okay. It would be nice if they can make it clear what we have to pay for, what we have to pay for. For instance, to pay for the letter to enter Vietnam, pay for your own visa, pay for your own accommodation. You know what I mean?
You say about the expenses to come to Vietnam and work, right?
Yes,
first of all,
Yes, because I don't think many teachers realize that you are going to be out of pocket when you land there. You have to pay. Some teachers will have to pay for their own visa. Some teachers will have to pay for their own translation and stamps of their qualifications. And I worked out yesterday, it will cost approximately $540 to cover the basic paperwork. Yeah, and to enter Vietnam, to get your stamp to enter Vietnam, that's another, it's not 25, it's more than 25 for multiple entry. I need to check, I think it's something like $50. I'm just mentioning these things. If it's possible, I don't want to talk too long. I just want to mention these things because the employers don't make these things very clear in the applications. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, about this, I would like to say that we also have the article about the expenses in Vietnam and the video of an expat teachers already in Vietnam to guide for teachers about it. So you can search on our YouTube channel and also in our article. But if you also don't find enough information, you can email us via info@vietnamteachingjob.com as I mentioned. And please send us the question and then we can support you for the detail because we have the many teachers today. So I would like to give another question here. Thank you so much, Mr. Allo. Yeah. I saw Mr. Lando. Mr. Lando, can you unmute right now?
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Jesse,
clearly.
hello everyone. Hello, Jesse.
Yeah,
Hi, Jesse.
Please
Hi,
go
Jesse.
ahead.
What are the chances of getting hired if you don't have experience in, for example, classroom setting, but you only have experience online teaching?
So you mean the opportunity to take the offline classes when you just have the online experience?
And also you don't have a bachelor degree, but you have experience in online teaching. So what are the chances? But I have certificates like TESOL and TEYL.
You mean that you don't have degree, right?
I didn't finish my college education. I just finished around the 2 years in college, but I took mass communication, and then I already landed a job in a radio station, and after that now I'm teaching English online. So what are the chances of getting hired with my credentials?
Okay, noted.
You can call it credentials.
Yeah, but I have to say that based on the regulations, especially in this past 152 from Vietnam, especially for work permit regulation, they really have the regulation strictly about the teacher document to meet the requirement to make work permit, work legally in Vietnam. So one of the requirement is you need to have the 4-year bachelor degree if you are, especially for the non-native speaker. This is the really compulsory for the offline class. So if the employer wants to hire you for the offline class for full time and make a work permit for you, so they only want to make sure you will have this requirement, 4 years bachelor degree in education, or if not in education or English teaching, so you will need to have more teaching certificate like TESOL or TOEFL as you say. And also for the C1 or IELTS equivalent to the C1, for example, the 7.0, to make sure you meet the English proficiency based on the law of Vietnam to make the work permit. So I have to say that for the offline class, it's really difficult for you if you just had the 2 years in the college, as you mentioned. But if you have enough for some other teachers, if they don't have degree, but if you have enough 5 years teaching experience outside of Vietnam and you legalize about the experience letter, so you can use it replace to the bachelor degree, so based on the law. So for your current situation, actually I have to say that the online teaching is really suitable for you. And then for some part-time, if they don't really require about the degree, but for the full-time, I don't know for all the employee in Vietnam, but as long as I working with many the employer, they always require about this, and they have to require teacher about this because they want to make sure can make the work permit for teachers after that.
All right.
Yeah, so this is the law. I have to say, yeah. So about you say that about online teaching experience and offline teachings, and actually for online teaching, for offline teaching, they require more technique and the communication or interacting in reality for the students. So many Expat teachers can teach online really well, but when they come to classroom, they feel strained and can't perform well, as I saw in many demo of the Expat teachers with the employer. So I really recommend you can practice some classroom experience beside the online teachings, so that you will don't feel awkward or feel strained when you come into the reality classroom in the school or the standard. That is my recommendation for you.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
with, okay.
Yes.
Do you have anything else?
No.
Okay. All right. So your recommendation is to have experience first or practice in a classroom setting.
Yes, that's right.
And what about my college or educational background?
Actually, I have to say, as I mentioned, if you really want to meet the requirement in Vietnam, so maybe you have to study for majors, and it mentioned that's 4-year education, not only the 2 years, especially for non-native speaker, because it's really important in Vietnam. So it's the compulsory, I have to say.
I see. All right. Thank you. Thank you very
Thank you,
much,
Mr.
Desi.
Lando. Oh, I show that is the run out of time right now. I show many the hand here, but I'm sorry that because I just had the short sharing right now. So any questions you have not had the chance to discuss, so can you please send to my email or our Vietnam Teaching Job email I show here, info@vietnamteachingjob.com. I will send into the chat box, because it is the time for the employer right now for you to exchange more with the employer and to have the good offer to receive and apply. For any question to me, so please don't hesitate to send the email. I will fully answer for all of you. Thank you so much. Ms. Tracy, can you please take the place? I will start my sharing. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone. So thank you, Mrs. Sophie, for your detailed and useful presentation about how to impress your employer. So I believe that most of our joining teachers today can keep their mind, I think keep in mind some tips for themselves before applying for jobs in Vietnam. So before moving on to the employer presentation, I would like to remind you about the Q&A part. So please find the wave hand icon in the reaction box and make sure that whenever you have a question, remember to raise your hand by pressing the icon. And now to keep the event going, please welcome the first employer to go live today, THT in Đà Lạt City. Please welcome our representatives.
Hello, everyone. So, nice to see all of you today. So I am Natalie from THT in Đà Lạt. So I would like to share the screen so that I will present about my company and the job opening. Then we will have the Q&A section later. Okay, thank you. So I would like to share the screen now. Okay, so everyone, can you see my screen now? Please press number 1 in the chat box. That's okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, so yeah, so about us, we're our company called THT. So you can call us like an education group, not merely a school or a language center. Okay. Okay, so we are THT and we based in Đà Lạt City, a land in the highland of Vietnam. So we have the weather is cool and nice, like in Europe. You can call that. Okay. So we will go through the company summary. So we were established in 2010. So we have many business lines. I will go deeply into each business line later. But in overall, we have many programs to be taught in our center. So basically, first we have the bilingual kindergarten. Then we have the language center. We have the summer camp programs and other outdoor activities for the students. So we have been and are still the educational institution in Đà Lạt with the most solid foundation, always catching up with the international advanced education trend. And actually, we are the market leader in Đà Lạt now on the bilingual kindergarten and language center fields. So we were established in 2010 and going through until now 12 years. So we have already developed into 4 campuses, actually in the upcoming September we are going to open the first primary school in Đà Lạt also. So this slide is going to be updated after this year. So you can see that we have the English courses, soft skills classes, we have the kindergarten, we have the early childhood enrichment education from the United States. We have the summer camp to Singapore, summer camp in Đà Lạt, and many other things. So this is our vision, mission, and core values. So I will show all the slides for all of you to have the full picture. So we are doing nothing out of provide high educational expertise people trust. So the first, we have 6 core values here, but the first core values we are prioritizing is students are at the heart of THT. So in our company, the benefit of the students is the first priority. Okay. Okay, so let's go about us, THT, who we are and what we do. So we build the company, as the school as a company because we have so many departments. So in this organization charts, you can see that we have the kindergarten team as a team, the English team, the camp project, the consulting service, and other departments, right? So let's imagine THT is not merely a school, it's a company. So this is some photos of our teams. Almost, most of them are young and dynamic and really funny people. So we have many activities to build a team, to celebrate the moments together. We have the company trip into the company trip. Firstly, we went to Thailand, to Taiwan, and we have many fresh hour activities. Yeah, in total, we have 120 employees all over 4 campuses. So this is some photos of our events. So the biggest event in the year for us is the Teachers' Day in 20th of November every year. So what we do, you can see that we have 4 business functions. First one is English Center. Second one is kindergarten, then consulting service and summer camp. So in English Center, we divided into 2 divisions, ESL and EFL. Kindergarten, including normal kindergarten and bilingual kindergarten. So you can see that the needs of ours in foreigner teachers is always, we need foreigner teachers all over the year because we open the classes very frequent. And also we have the summer camps. Summer in our school is very busy because we have so many summer camps in Singapore. In Singapore, we have summer camp for at least 10 days, and the longest one will be 2 months. And this is some achievements that we have already did in the past. So our team, the kids team, they went to Italy for the Design for Change international event of the children. So this is the activities that to prove that our teaching methodology makes an effect on the very young kids. So we have the Fast Track Kids Awards of our kindergarten kids. Here, yeah, and we organize the Cambridge test in our center also. And we join many international contests for our students. This is the HKIMO, like math contest in Hong Kong. Yeah, and we won 1 gold award, 2 silver award, and 1 merit award. And our management philosophy is based on 6P: people, policy and procedures, positive workplace, productivity, performance, and prosperity. Now we're going to the next part of awards of recognition. I mean, this is about employees' benefits in our company, right? So the working hours, we have many types of working hours, but in common is from 40 hours to 48 hours a week. This is for full-time position, I mean. So the working time Monday to Sunday depends on each business and department. So for foreigner teachers, if you are in the kindergarten, you will work 5 days a week, from Monday to Friday. But if you are in the English team, so you will work from 44 hours a week, from Monday to Sunday, but you will have 1.5 days off during the week. Yeah, we also apply the public holidays. Everyone here in like Vietnamese and foreigners are the same. For full-time position, we also have the annual leaves of 14 days. Okay, and other information like 1 day per year for 5 years of completed employment. And also the benefits in summary will be health check yearly, a company trip and team building. The summer week will be used for the company trip. So this year we are going to Singapore and Malaysia for the summer week of 120 employees. We have many training courses and team workshops. You will be provided breakfast and lunch at the office. We have the benefit of learning for employees themselves and for their children. We have the many kinds of welfare. For foreigners, there's additional things like housing allowance and work permit and TRC support. So if you are qualified to be recruited by us, all the work permit and TRC will be supported by our Human Resources Department. Yeah, so that is about TST, and on the screen there is a link to our website. You can search about our information there. Yeah, so now I'm open for any question from you guys. Thank you.
Hi, I show us there's some hands right now, so I would like to unmute the Mr. or Miss Salado. Can you please turn on your microphone? Yes, hello, Mr. Salvador. So can you say the question to the employer?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. Greetings from the Philippines. I would just like to ask a question regarding the non-native speaker applicant. I'm an English major. I graduated Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English from the Philippines. I also earned a degree of master's degree. Is it necessary for me to have my TESOL or TEFL certificate before I can land a job in Vietnam?
Okay, so your question is about you have the bachelor degree and master degree, right? And is it necessary for you to have a TESOL or teaching qualifications to apply for the job, right? You mean that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, if your bachelor or master degree is not relevant to education, so I think the TESOL certificate is necessary.
What about that? I graduated my undergrad degree major in English.
Major in English? Yeah, maybe. And also because you know what, in our company, the recruiting process, including many steps. So after the first interview, there will be a demo teaching section. And based on the demo teaching section, we will identify the teaching ability and how the teachers and the company fit together to move to next step of salary deal and everything else. So I think that if your degree is on education and on English, sorry, so you can try on the demo teaching section to prove your teaching ability. So I think it's better for both sides to know more about each other.
Thank you so much for the clarification. That's only my question.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Mr. Salvador. And we will continue with Mr. Isaac.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm great.
That's good. My name is Isaac and I'm calling from Ghana.
Okay.
Yes, I am an African and I hold a bachelor's degree in education. Yeah, currently I'm pursuing my master's in education, my master's in teaching English as a second language. I want to find out from you if I can get opportunity in your school, one of your schools, and then I would also be extremely happy if you can put your website, you can put your email address for me to capture. Thank you.
Okay. Yep. I will leave my email address so that you guys can send the information. Okay. Okay, I will add into the slide and show you again.
Okay.
Thank you.
But my question is not. My question is that I hold a bachelor's degree in education, and currently I'm pursuing my master's in education. That is English. So would I get chance? Although I'm not native, will I get chance in one of your schools?
Yeah, it's not a problem. Like I said, you hold the relevant qualifications, and as long as you fit with our teaching methodology and our program and teaching style, then the chance is always open.
Oh, okay, because I have taught for the past 10 years. I've been teaching English for the past 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I will leave my email address for your contact.
Okay, thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank you.
Isaac. And we will continue with the question from Mr. Saria. Can you please turn on the microphone?
Hello?
Yeah.
Do you have my voice?
Yes, clearly.
Thank you very much. I'm Shahriar from Iran. I've got MA in TOEFL, a master degree in TOEFL, and I just finished my CELTA degree in International House. But, you know, I haven't received my certificate, and it may take about 2 months to get that. But as you know, the educational year will start in September. So how can I manage my, registration or employment procedure without that, without proving that?
I don't get your question, so can you please repeat?
You know, I have a master degree in TOEFL, and I've been teaching for about 20 years. Okay, is that clear?
Okay, got it.
So, but I haven't received my certificate. You know, I have just finished my CELTA course. Okay, CELTA. Do you know CELTA?
Yeah, I know CELTA.
Okay, but I haven't received my certification yet because it takes time. It takes 2 months to get my degree, okay, to get my certification. So how can I prove that I have received that and I have it? Could you please send me your email to contact more and to start my cooperation with you and start my employment procedure?
Okay, I just send the message into the chat box. That is my email address. Yeah,
that's great. That's good.
You can send me any concern or question there.
Thank you. That's appreciated. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
But in average, do you have what are the opportunities for us to teach in Vietnam? Just in kindergarten, or it has different levels, it has different ages? Could you just please
I was telling you guys about us. We have many business lines. Kindergarten is only one of our lines, right? So the second line is English Center, ESL and EFL. And also we have the teaching contract with university in Dallas. So in ESL, we have the programs related to kids, like young kids until primary kids. But for EFL, we have many other programs like IELTS, communication programs, and summer camps also. So our model always including foreigners. So foreigners are always needed in our center.
That's great. That's great. So you think I am, due to my age, actually, another question is my age. I'm 49, but I don't look 49, I look 40 or less. So does it matter to, I mean, my age, does it make him, I mean, problem for me?
To us, age is just a number. It's not really a problem as long as
That's
you
great.
can adapt with our teaching methodology. You know that our kids, they follow, we apply the project-based learning methodology in our teaching. So sometimes it needs your health, your energy to interact with them. So as long as you can adapt with that teaching methodology, it's fine. So age is not a problem.
Thank you very much, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Yeah, next please. Yeah, we also hiring math teacher also, because you know in our ESL English Center we are teaching the common core programs including language arts, math and science and social studies. So we also need the teacher in math and science field also, and we have the program related to robotics, I mean coding. So yeah, so anyone interested in like teaching the kids on how to code, yeah, we always welcome you.
Please, I see that there's a hand raising by Mr. Alvin.
Hello.
Alvin Ramos. Do you have? Oh.
Hi.
Mr.
This is Jason, by the way. My name there is Sunago T61. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to change my name. Is it okay?
All right.
Okay. Hi. Good morning. Good morning, Natalie. Good morning, Jesse.
Yeah, morning.
I'm from the Philippines, by the way, and I'm quite curious what are my chances to land on a teaching job or any teaching role at your company? Because for 19 years, I have been teaching at the university level. Although I had 2 years of teaching at a public high school, but most of my teaching experiences are focused on teaching English in the college level or at the college level. However, last year or last 2020, I resigned from my teaching job at another university because I'd like to try an administrative position at another university. But I resigned because I was not actually happy with it. I realized that teaching was something that I was passionate about. So, or I'm still passionate about. So last year I took 2 part-time ESL online teaching jobs, and these are still my jobs right now. I'm not so sure if you would consider my current teaching jobs right now as something as a strong qualification for any teaching role at your company or your organization. So I'd like to know what are my chances. I do have 3 degrees and 2 TESOL certificates and a license, teaching license granted by the American Licensing Authority. So I'd like to know what are my chances. Because I've learned that most schools there in Vietnam are very particular
I got your
when it comes
question.
to, okay.
Yeah, like I say, the chances are open in our school because you already have the qualification in the education and also you have the teaching experience. So in our center, the first priority is the teachers is considering their teaching career as a career path, and they put their effort in teaching because we want to bring the most value things to our students. That's it. And we don't really make it strict on the age or how you on the qualifications. Yeah, so as long as you have the relevant qualifications and the passion for teaching, that's it.
Okay, I'm interested to try out the IELTS teaching role because that's what I'm doing right now. And I have one more question, by the way. I hope you don't mind. How would I go through my transition from, I'm referring to going to Vietnam. Should I apply for a work visa and permit here in the Philippines while I'm still here through through the assistance of your company, or should I go there in Vietnam as a tourist, and then once I get there, I'll have my tourist visa converted to
Okay,
a work
so
visa permit.
so this is my advice for you guys. As situation in Vietnam now is not like easy. So if you we already conduct like recruiting process like this. We have the online interview, the demo
Okay.
teaching section online, and if the teacher is and everything is dealt, I mean both sides are agreed to work together, then the teachers from their country should apply for the business visa. We from outside will apply for the acceptance letter for you guys to come to Vietnam under our guarantee. And you should apply for the business visa, not tourist visa, because it will take time and effort. When we make the work permit and TRC here in Vietnam.
Okay, I see.
I would like to add more information here. So although if you come to Vietnam by tourist visa and you want to transfer to business visa for make the work permit, you also will need to exit Vietnam and come again while waiting for business visa. So it will also the business visa. So we also recommend our Filipino teachers and other teachers that apply for business visa before coming.
Okay, thank you very much for
Yes.
clarifying that, Jesse, because I've
Yeah,
heard
thank you. Yes.
from some of my Filipino friends who went to Vietnam as a tourist first, and then when their school or employer told them that, okay, we'll have to work out to work visa and permit right now, so you need to exit Vietnam.
Yeah,
So
that's
a lot of
right.
them go to Thailand, spend 4 or 5 days there,
Mm-mm.
then they go back to Vietnam with a business visa. Anyway, thank you so much, Jesse and Natalie.
Yes.
Those are my questions. So thank you. Have a
Thank
great day.
you. Yes.
Bye bye.
I show Mr. Erwin. Can you
I
please? Yes, Mr. Erwin.
I saw
Hello?
Mr. He has been
Alvin.
raised hand first.
Okay, thank you. I just want to ask, it was mentioned earlier before the presentation, I think you have 4 category. So my question is, how about the business consulting or teaching job for the business class? May I know what is that? Because actually I am a Bachelor of Science Accountancy graduate. I have a 20 years experience more on teaching about business, wherein uh, the English our communications is in English, and actually I am a kindergarten teacher now. So I just want to know if there's some available for that. Please, thank you.
Yeah, so our consulting field, including the corporate consulting service and also the school consulting service. So we consult for the new school to be set up or new company to be set up on education. We also open the classes for communication on business, but now the needs of those classes are not much. We open the classes for Vietnamese students who want to have the actual experiment on accounting, human resources, business administration. That's it.
Yeah, actually, yeah. What you have said, human resources and everything. I know how to actually I can process how to start a company or a business or even the schools. It's the same. So for consulting, so are you hiring direct hiring for that position or what?
For that, we are not hiring foreigners for
Okay.
consulting service. Yeah, because in those areas we need Vietnamese, and also we have a team relating to consulting service for that, because you know Vietnam market, especially that market, is different, and it's really hard and not effective for foreigners to do the consulting service.
Okay.
Our company. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Erwin.
I saw Mr. Faizulo. Is that correct?
Oh, hello.
Yes.
Hello. Do you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Fajalo, and I'm from Uzbekistan. I have bachelor degree of arts, and I've got my TESOL certification from the America Arizona State University. So currently, I'm in Uzbekistan. So, is there any chances to go to Vietnam as an English teacher? So this is my first question, and my second question is about the visa application. I would like to know about the procedure of the visa. Thank you very much for your answers.
I would like to repeat your question. So the first one is
First one is I'm currently in Uzbekistan, and is there any chances to go to Vietnam as an English teacher?
yes, sure.
All right, so okay, that's great. And my second question is about the visa application. So how can I apply it?
You mean the visa application?
Yes, the visa procedure.
Okay. So like Jesse already mentioned to you like before, like when you want to move to Vietnam for a job, it's better for you guys to apply to a company, and they will process on the acceptance letter for you guys to get a business visa from your country. And then with the business visa, you come to Vietnam and you work for that company. So the work permit and the TSA would be processed after that. I think so. And application, I think that they mentioned on the website of Vietnam Embassy. Because recently we have been sponsored for some foreigners teachers from other countries, and yeah, so it's quite easy.
Okay, thank you. All right, so my last question is about how can I apply for the job?
How can you apply for the job in our company, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so please send us your CV through the email. I will text in the chat box the email, my email, and the email for you to send your CV. Okay.
Okay, what is your email? And I'm gonna save it.
And I also send the list of the job so that you can consider in the chat box, Mr. Philip, and then you can consider and apply.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Your time, your answers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. We will move to Miss Vivian. Hello, Miss Vivian. Can you please turn on the micro?
Okay.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Is it clear?
Thank you for your presentation. Yes. Thank you for your presentation. Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes, I was saying that I am from Uganda and I have a bachelor's degree in procurement and supply chain management, and I also have a TEFL certificate. Is there any possibility of me getting a teaching job? Because I also have a 6 months experience that's teaching English online. But I have been applying online and employers are telling me that they cannot sponsor anyone from Uganda, that we are non-native speakers. Is there any way that I can be helped?
So you mean you are not, some employers told you that you cannot be employed due to you are non-native speaker?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about the standard of each school. So some school they want the native speaker, and some they accept non-native speakers. So it depends on each employer.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you very much. So could you be having any chances of non-native speakers?
Again, can you please say it slower? Slow down.
I was asking, could you be having any chances for non-native speakers? Chances of job opportunity?
Yeah, we have chances because here in our company, we have 120 employees, including Americans, Colombian, Filipinos, Indonesian, Mexican. So I mean, not all of them are native speakers, right?
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Vivian. And now we will move to Miss or Mr. Jonas. Mr. Jonas, right?
Hello, guys.
Oh, hello.
So this is in Morocco. This is 4 a.m. in the morning. That shows how interested we are. So first of all, one question. Have you ever worked with Moroccans? Have any teachers from this country?
Yeah, sure. Because we are now opening a new school, the primary international school here. And as I mentioned before, we don't really make it strict on the native or non-native speaker. We don't make it strict on the nationality. We prioritize. First thing is the qualifications. The next thing is the passion of you guys on teaching and bring the best things to the students. And
okay,
yeah, so I mean that
one
as
more
long as
question?
you are serious with teaching career path.
Yeah. So I'm an English teacher. Obviously, I got a CELTA back in 2019, and I'm a public high school teacher here in my country. I've been teaching for the last 3 years. One question is, how long do you think the visa application and the whole process takes? How much time? For example, let's say a teacher is accepted and you're like, yes, we're gonna proceed with you. You're the teacher, you're the one. How much time does it take?
For the visa, I cannot say exactly because it depends on each country process now, especially after COVID-19. But for some cases that we have done recently, from the date that we send them the offer letter, they accept the offer letter and they proceed on the visa. It takes both sides, I think, 2 weeks to apply for the business visa to Vietnam.
But that's not a long time. That's not a long time.
Yeah, it's not a
Just
long time.
one last comment, please, if you may. And this is addressed. Please, guys, please. You're already beautiful teachers. You have experience. Of course, everybody stand a chance. We all stand a chance, okay? Take care of yourself and have a good night. That's it for me.
Thank you. I saw some question in the chat box. Like does primary school include the 8th grade? Yes. Our primary school including 1st grade to 5th grade, and the secondary school is from 6th grade to 9th grade.
Hi, so now we will move to Mr. Archie, right? Mr. Archie, please wait a minute. Can you turn on your micro?
Hello, hi, good morning. Is it clear? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, great. Good morning, Natalie. Just like
Morning.
to ask, while back you told us that THT Dalat has a working what do you call this? Connection with university levels, correct?
Yes, we are.
Right. I just because everybody knows that we have a thing that we call as student teacher protection. Like if a teacher raises his hands or her hands on a student, then teachers would be deported. But I'm more curious about how does it work the other way around? Because I was able to cover some classes in Hanoi, and a student raised his hand on me because I asked him. Of course, I laugh at it, and then I asked him, why would you want to do that? And then he answered me because it's how the way I look, and because I was smarter than him. All right. So
Okay.
I'm gonna proceed with my question. And anyway, that was after the class. So I just find it funny. Anyway, going to my main question. Does THT Dalet offer any kind of teacher student protection?
Sure. We have the code of conduct in our group. Like we prevent and we prohibit all violence actions in our school, from the side from teachers to students and from student to teacher. And also, I think you met the worst situation when you were in that situation, because it's also depends on the teaching methodology and how we run the school, right? So
Yes, because I understand that um, when schools work with ESL companies, there's a certain veil that protects the students and that protects the teachers. However,
sure.
On that scenario, so immediately I was just a cover teacher. I was not a full-time teacher at that school or that ESL company. So I tried to file a complaint, but sadly, nothing happened.
Mm. So I
So
think
if um if if any teacher would experience this kind of situation in THT Dalat, what steps would be taken?
it would be taken to the board of management, including the teachers, the students, and the students' family on these issues.
Great, thank you. And another one, it falls on the same kind of situation, but I also had this experience in Hanoi, but it was with a TA instead. The TA, I just like to get this. I just like to be brutally frank. It's again how the way I look. The TA, the teacher assistant, during that time did not like the way how I look, and then um, the TA started an argument during the class. She started an argument with me.
Okay, yeah. So I got the scenarios, but I think that it's not happening frequently because, you know, for education in Vietnam, the teachers, according to our cultures, the teachers is in very high level in the society, you know. So maybe that's because of the bad behavior of the students. In TST, we have a code of conduct for both teachers and students, and we have the training programs to how to help the teachers to handle and manage the class, so to prevent those scenarios happen. So don't worry about it, okay? And don't see that scenario is very common in Vietnam, because this is the first time I heard about this in the school. So it's sad for you to experience about that. But yeah, so I think that
I've been here for 4 years,
Mm.
and it happened to me like it's not frequent. I'm not trying to scare people here. It's not frequent, but it happens. It happened to me like 3 times. One in grade 8, one in I, it was a university student, and the last one was a 12th grader. But anyway, I have another follow-up question with that. So if I forgot my other question. And anyway, I think that would be. Oh, by the way, so in THT Dalat, if this question makes any kind of sense, I forgot it. Anyway, that would be it. That would be it. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so for further questions,
Oh,
so
sorry,
you
sorry.
can.
I remembered my last
Okay.
question. I just remembered it right now, because I worry more about my protection as a teacher too, because it's not an easy job, to be honest. Are your rooms equipped with CCTVs? Because I just find it funny that public schools have CCTVs, like cameras.
CCTV?
Yeah, cameras.
CCTV?
CCTV cameras.
Okay.
Public schools have cameras, but private schools most of the time don't have
In
cameras.
our school, the camera system is always available, but it is only for management purpose. We don't apply it to each family, each student family, for them to observe our teachers. You know, we protect our teachers, and they have the human being right not to be observed by anyone. So the camera is always there, but for management purpose. So we don't apply the system to give the ID and the password for parents to see their children from their home. We don't apply that.
Oh, that would be great, because you know how it works, right? It's like he said, she said, and when it comes to the complaint or to the grievances, well, yeah, it always gets the other way around. So I don't worry about my performance, I don't worry about my skills, but I worry more about my protection. That's the reason why I'm trying to ask this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So it is like run out of time for THT right now. So for any further information, questions, so Miss Nga, can you please mention again your email so that teachers can send a message to you?
Okay, so thanks everyone for your joining and for your question today. I will leave my email address and also the email for job application in the chat box. So you can send either email to either my email or to human resource email. Okay, and we welcome all of your application to be applied. Okay, so this is my email and the email for job application.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Nga, for your presentation and your time today. And thanks so much, for your presentation and the teachers. So, Miss Tracy, can you take the place?
Hi everyone, so thank you so much for your presentation, Ms. Nga from THD Dalat. So now let's move on to our last employer for today's session, the Pony English from Bắc Ninh Province and Hanoi City. Please welcome the representatives from the Pony English.
Hi, Mr. Franz. Yes, please.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I think we have candidates from all over the world. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is on your side of the world. My name is Franz and I am the representative of the Pony English. Today I will tell you about my company and I will answer all the questions that you have. It's so nice to see so many faces here today. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a brief summary about our school. We are based in Bac Ninh City in Vietnam. We were founded in 2018 as an English center. We only initially served the central part of Bac Ninh City, and then later we expanded to serve the whole Bac Ninh province. Since then, the Pony English has expanded its business presence, serving clients across northern Vietnam. The Pony English specializes in providing world-class education to all levels, from kindergarten students all the way up to adults. Our full-time teachers create custom lessons and help clients to achieve better results. Ladies and gentlemen, we have rapidly expanded from 2018. We opened 3 more branches within the last 6 months. And currently our Bac Ninh branch are recruiting. Last school year, about 57,000 students were educated by the Pony English teachers in Bac Ninh province. So today I am here to ask you to come and join our team and play a part in our community. Ladies and gentlemen, with our community, I mean in Bac Ninh province, but I first want to give you a brief history of our company. In 2018, we opened our first branch. In 2018, we had 300 students registered in our center. And then we decided to continue with the center and also go into the public school sector. I then started recruitment and we signed 50 public schools and I managed 30 foreign employees. In 2020, we got an award for being the best center to academically develop students in a public school setting. And in 2020, school year 2020-21, we signed 70 public schools and I employed 45 foreign employees. So now it's the new school year and we are looking at signing 85 schools and we are looking for teachers. We are looking for you guys. So this is the team. I want you to meet the team. This is Mr. Nguyen Tianzong. He's the chairman. I am the academic director and the foreign manager. Panti Tui, she's the managing director, and Mi Hang is the coordinator. We are a much bigger team, but this is basically the core team that will be running the day-to-day activities. The location, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if you know where is Bakening. Bakening is 40 kilometers from Hanoi, but I will get there now. But this is Bakening province. So everywhere you can see a pony is a school that our teachers teach at. Our head office is in the city, in Tang Pho Bac Ninh, in the head city, in the main city. And then we have 3 pony houses across the province. We have one in the city in Tang Pho Bac Ninh. We have one in Tucson, and we have one in Tuan Tang. So we strategically place our teachers across the province so that we can access all the schools. Now, how far is Bac Ninh from Hanoi? About 40 kilometers, 14,000 with a bus. So it's less than $2 for a bus ride to Hanoi, or alternatively 45 minutes by bike. There's a bus that leaves every 15 minutes from Bac Ninh to Hanoi. Now, I took the liberty to just show you some of the most beautiful places in Vietnam and how far is it from Bac Ninh City. Hanoi is 40 kilometers, Ninh Binh 122 kilometers, Halong Bay 168 kilometers, and Tam Dao 81 kilometers. So when you hear Bac Ninh, please don't hear far in the bushes or not very accessible to anything. Bac Ninh City is quite a large city. We do have everything, and we are very, very close to Hanoi and these beautiful places. Here are some pictures of Bac Ninh City. It's really an incredibly beautiful city with less air pollution, less traffic than Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh per se. It's really, really a beautiful city. If you want to go and do some more research on Bac Ninh, please go ahead. It's really beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, if you decide to work with us, I want to show you how will your week look like. So we will send you a schedule, and this is potentially what your week could look like. On a Monday, you will have secondary school, or if we only place you at primary schools, or if you prefer kindergartens, or if you prefer high schools, we place you according to what you want and what your abilities are to be able to teach. For example, if you have a PhD in education and you are more matured, let's say 45 or 46 years old, I'm definitely not going to place you in a kindergarten because that just doesn't make sense. I will rather place you in a high school. But back to the schedule, ladies and gentlemen, you can have up to 2 to 3 close proximity schools in 1 week. Sometimes you can only have one, but then you are full. The school will have maybe 1,000 to 1,500 students. So you can only have one school if that is the case, and you can teach there from Monday to Friday. But if there are gaps in your schedule, I will fill it up with more schools that are in close proximity. You can choose to work on a Saturday if you want more hours. Some teachers come to Vietnam for the sole purpose of taking or sending money back home. And I understand that 100%. So if you want to work on a Saturday, I will organize you Saturday hours. We offer evening classes too if you want more hours. I wouldn't recommend you working 6 days a week and evenings. That is quite tough. But if you are able to do it and you assure me that your quality of teaching will stay up to a standard, then who am I to say no? So we do offer evening classes, both online at the center and offline. All materials are provided for our public school offline and online classes, which includes your lesson plans and your PowerPoint presentations. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to prepare for the week, I would suggest you take about 4 hours on a Sunday. You download all your PPTs, you have a look at your schedule, and you prepare accordingly. It takes minimal effort to have a great lesson because all the materials are provided. We have kindergartens, primary, secondary, and high school. We also offer IELTS lessons and debating lessons. Debating is quite a big thing currently because September is the debating cup. So we have a lot of debating classes going on at the moment. The kids absolutely love it. The teachers loves it. We all look forward for this time of year where we can have debating classes. So yes, we do have kindergartens, primary, secondary, high schools, and debating. Accommodation, you can choose to either stay in a pony house or you can receive an allowance of 3 million Vietnamese dong. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about $150 if I'm not mistaken. You can choose either you live in a pony house or you receive a housing allowance. Each room in the pony house has its own private bathroom, but it shares the kitchen, the living room, and the laundry. Housing allowance will be paid with your salary monthly. Um, do we have any questions so far, or do you want me to finish my presentation and then we have a Q&A? Okay, perfect. The legalities, we provide to teachers with a work permit, which we sponsor. So let's say you are currently outside of Vietnam. We will book an interview. You will send me your schedule. We will book an interview. If you choose to work with Pony and we choose to work with you, then we will start processing your documents to get an invitation letter, which you submit to your country. We fax it to your country's embassy, and you go and pick up your visa at your embassy in your country. If you do not have a Vietnamese embassy, um, we you pick it up at the airport in Vietnam. But I'm jumping ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, we assist in obtaining a residency card, but unfortunately, we do not pay for the residency card. The residency card is about $203 for 2 years. So we do everything else. We submit the documents for you. But we just do not pay for it. We help you obtain it, but we do not pay for it. And we provide health insurance according to the labor law of Vietnam. Documents you need to provide us with in order to get health insurance, a TRC, and a work permit. Firstly is a university degree in any field, notarized and authenticated. The criminal record check from your country. If you are already in Vietnam, we can get it for you. But if you are in your own country, we need it from your country. Health check, ladies and gentlemen, I always advise the teachers that it's much better to do the health check in Vietnam. Otherwise, you will have to translate it and pay more money. So it's much better to come to Vietnam to do the health check because then they already write it in Vietnamese and you don't have to translate or authenticate or notarize it because it's already in Vietnamese from a hospital in Vietnam. The passport valid for more than the duration of the labor contract. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have 6 months left on your passport, you cannot sign a 1 year labor contract with us. It just doesn't make sense. Obviously, you need a TESOL, a TEFL, or a CELTA, notarized and authenticated. And then in some cases, you need an experience letter. Some cases you don't. Um, in the last 2 months, I processed about 20 work permits, and about 11% of them, the Labor Department asked for experience letters. So it depends on the officer's mood today, what he had for breakfast, what the moon looked like last night. I'm not sure why or when they need it, but there is no pattern that I could establish between non-natives and native speakers. So sometimes you will need an experience letter, but if that is the case, then you can just speak to your previous company. And then uh, non-native English speakers, you need a C1 proficiency certificate. Can also be done in Vietnam, but it would be much better to do it in your own country to translate and authenticate it there than to do it in Vietnam, as Vietnam has a massive waiting list for their program. They have the V-Step program, which they do it at a university, the National University of Languages or Technology in Hanoi. But there's a massive waiting list. And the only trick there is that you will come in on a business visa of 3 months. So we as a company have 3 months to get your work permit and your temporary residency card sorted. So if we have to wait, let's say a month for you to do your C1 certificate, we won't make it. So it's much better to do it in your own country, translate it, authenticate it, and bring it with you. What we offer, ladies and gentlemen, we offer $20 to $24, depending on your qualifications and your experience, medical insurance, accommodation or an allowance, training and workshops for professional development, a competent team throughout the school year to assist you, and a full work permit and assistance with application for residency. Our materials, ladies and gentlemen, we have our own materials for each public school. From grade 1 to grade 12, we have our own books. So with our training before the school year starts, I train you in these materials, how to be confident, how to use them the most effectively to benefit the students. We also give you each book so that you can accustom yourself, and I will give you all the PowerPoints presentations before the school year. So you will have access to everything, the listening files, the reading files, the PowerPoints, everything you will have access to familiarize yourself during training and after training. This is some photos of our staff training, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, this is actually, I love this photo. It's one of my favorite photos. It's one of our teachers. He's sitting with the principal in her office in a very rural part of Bắc Ninh. And he's just loving his life, doing his job, chatting to the principal. She has little to no English, but she just keep pouring tea, and yeah, he's enjoying it. Ladies and gentlemen, we offer city and we offer the rural part. If you want the rural part, if you don't want it, we have city jobs. This is our facilities at one of our centers, ladies and gentlemen. We have evening classes here for about 300 or 400 students every evening. So there is a lot of jobs. We also host the event for each school that we teach at. It's either it can be a ring the golden bell or English speaking contest where it's a lot of fun for a whole day. We spend it with our students. We judge the speaking contest. We award gifts to the students. Really, really fun days. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, come and join our team. It's an inspiring and it's a rewarding place to work. In Bắc Ninh province, our teaching salaries is significantly above the maintained sector. We provide protected time for professional development, and we have supporting staff for your well-being and professional development. So we are proud of our cosmopolitan and caring community, with locals regularly commenting on the pony buzz and energy that permeates the whole province. We are initiative and forward-thinking company with students who are academically questioning and high achieving. We seek to recruit individuals of the highest caliber to both our teaching and supporting staff positions. We look for well qualified and enthusiastic teachers who will inspire our students and help maintain our excellent academic standards. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has arrived for Q&A. At the bottom of the screen, you will see my email address. If you want to apply, please send your CV to this email address here. I will leave it on the screen. If it's okay, I'm not sure if I can leave my presentation on while the Q&A is happening. Can someone from Vietnam Teaching Jobs just confirm, please?
Yes, you can keep the
Okay,
slides
perfect.
by
Thank
Q&A.
you.
It's no problem.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Friends, for your only information about Pony. And for Q&A, I show many hands right now, so I will come to the list. First of all, Mr. Rocky, can you please turn on your micro? Yes.
Oh, okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm a Filipina I'm from Philippines, and right now I have my vacation here in the Philippines. But I'm living in Bắc Ninh, near Pony.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yes, but the problem is, do you have an age limit?
Do we have a
age limit? Because I'm already 56, but I have 10 years experience.
So so Rocky, according to the Vietnamese labor law, your age is 60 is the cutoff age for employment.
I'm sorry, I'm already 56.
56, yes. So 60. So you have another 4 years to go.
Okay. But right now I have still my work permit, but it will be expired in October.
So do you have all the relevant qualifications?
Yes. I have all the qualifications that you need, and my documents regarding my C1 is an Expat, but it was already legalized in Vietnam embassy. That's why I have my permit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rocky G, can I ask you, can you please send me all your documents to my email address, and can you make the subject line already in Bắc Ninh?
Yeah. I will be in Bắc Ninh on the 1st of August. I will be there.
Okay, the 1st of August.
Yeah.
Great. Send me an email. I will get in touch with you and we can schedule a meeting.
Okay.
And you can ask me all the questions personally. It will be great to meet you too.
Okay, but thank you very much. As soon as I arrive in Vietnam, in Bắc Ninh, I will come to your office. Okay?
That would be lovely. Thank you, Rocky.
Thank you very much. No, my name is Gina. My real name is Gina.
Gina. Nice to meet you, Gina.
Yeah, Rockwell.
Okay, Gina, I will see you the 1st of August in Bắc Ninh.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
Have a good day. Okay,
Thank
bye-bye.
you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, Gina. So we move to Mr. Sergey. Let me unmute. Can you please turn on your micro?
Hello, good day. Mr. Franz, I would like to ask a few questions, if you don't mind.
No problem, Mr. Sergi. Go ahead, please.
On this presentation, I saw a map. There are many ponies. I want to ask about school. Are these private school or also government school?
It's public school, Sergi.
Okay. I want to, currently I'm in Thailand, in center of Bangkok, and I'm a teacher of one of demonstration school with the national program here. This is under a university. They have special schools with very smart students whose skills are so high. And in governments, in private school, everything is fine. There are many teacher assistants, like a homeroom teacher and a co-teacher. But in government school, they don't have anything because it doesn't support by government. I would like to ask about Vietnam. I don't have any experience in Vietnamese school.
Okay,
But
so Mr. Sergi, in public schools in Vietnam, you do have a teaching assistant. So usually it's the English teacher of that school who will be your teaching assistant, which causes for great rapport between the foreign teacher and the English teacher, because you can basically work as a team throughout all your lessons. You can ask her, where should you focus? What should you focus on? Does she have any, because she knows the students like the palm of her hand. So yes, the answer to your question is you will have a teaching assistant in all your classrooms. Yes.
Okay, I understand. Thank you very much. This is the most important question I wanted to ask because many teachers face this problem in government school in Thailand, especially after online class. Because after online class, students come with bad manners. That's
Very
why.
bad. We picked it up here too, Sergi. The manners and the discipline, the classroom discipline went out the window with the online classes. And you don't have a mute button. You can't just mute the student anymore. It's quite tough.
Yes, I saw many times when teachers spend 60 or 70% for discipline, but teaching is not effective. I saw even for local teachers here, they have some problem and they cannot teach well because of this.
Yes.
So
yes,
this is a big problem in government school.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I would like to ask email. I would like to send some of my documents. Mr. Franz, one more question. I have all documents, but it translated into English here in Thailand, and I have stamp in my embassy here. If I will go to Vietnamese, I need to do everything again, or?
Mr. Sergi, are you from Russia?
Yes, yes.
So Russia and Vietnam has a very strong diplomatic bond. The Russians are the easiest to get a work permit and TRC for at the moment. So no, you will not have to do all your documents again. If it's already translated in English, then we just give them to the translator and they will stamp it that it is indeed correct. Correctly translated.
I've translated here in Thailand and my Russian embassy stamp here.
Oh, that's perfect. You will not have to do it again.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr.
Okay, Sergio, I will be looking forward to your email. Send me your documents and we can chat via email. Thank you so much for your questions.
May I ask email, please?
Oh, on the screen, Sergio, on the screen.
So thank you.
There we go. Send CV. There's my email there on the screen.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Sergi. And as I know, the current problem here for our Russian teachers is about the flight ticket fee, because as I know, it's really high right now for Russian teachers to come Vietnam. So I hope it will be lower than.
Luckily, he's in Thailand. He's not in Russia now.
Okay,
he's in Thailand now. Yes.
Okay, great. So we will move to Mr. or Miss Tamara. Can you please send the questions? Hello, can you turn on your micro? Okay.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm in South Africa, but I'm from Zimbabwe. I lived in Thailand for about 6 years. I taught in Thailand for about 6 years. I have all the other qualifications you require, but I've got an additional question. For your C1 certificate in Thailand, I got a TOEIC certificate. Is that admissible as a C1? I'm not so
That
sure
is,
because...
yes, that is perfect. Hello, Tamara. Nice
Okay.
to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you too. And additional to that, I've got all the other things that you require. I taught in Thailand in an American school, in a Catholic school, and in a British school as well. During my whole time that I taught in Thailand, I didn't have a TEFL certificate. I am currently completing it now, but is it possible for me to get a job in Vietnam without the TEFL certificate yet? If you're to say, if you're to start on the, like in August, I wouldn't have completed it yet, though currently now I'm in South Africa doing it.
Okay, so at this moment in time, the TOEIC certificate is enough to get you a work permit, but the schools will ask you for your TEFL, your TESOL, or your CELTA certificate. So the TOEIC certificate will prove your proficiency, but it will not prove that you are qualified to teach English as a second language, if that makes sense.
All right.
Okay, so
yes,
they will look
but
they will look at it that way. They will say, okay, so you have a certificate proving your proficiency, but you do not have a teaching certificate. So you will need to complete that prior to your arrival in Vietnam. And if I can give you advice, in South Africa, there's a company called DocAssist. Give them all your documents so that they can do all your documents at DIRCO for you before coming over to Vietnam. Otherwise, you will arrive in Vietnam and you will have to send all your documents back to South Africa. So do it in South Africa while you are there.
Okay, just a side note also, I did mention I'm from Zimbabwe. I'm not South African. Yes. So
did you complete your education in Zimbabwe or in South Africa?
No, in Thailand. I've got a
Thailand.
bachelor's degree. Yes, I've got a bachelor's degree that I completed whilst I was in Thailand.
Oh.
So I was advised that I need to get that done by the Thai embassy here, in line with the Thai Foreign Affairs in Thailand. Of that part, I'm quite aware of what I need to do. However, my main question was to do with the TEFL certificate.
Okay, so my advice to you
And the TOEIC
would
certificate.
be to do it before you come over to Vietnam.
I've already started, but I would be completing in the second week of August.
The second week
my
of August.
Yes, my
So
120
can I
hours.
ask you which company are you doing it through?
I was doing it online with TESOL Academy.
TESOL Academy, where are they based?
I need to verify that. I was doing it online. I heard it's a reputable and acceptable online certificate in TEFL studies.
So just keep in mind, you will have to send the physical certificate to the country where they are based for them to authenticate that it's real. So just keep that in mind. If they are based, let's say in the UK, you will have to send the certificate once. Upon receival on your side, you will have to send it to the UK so that they can authenticate it.
Okay, so once I've completed, they will post me my certificate. I will ask them to authenticate it before they post it to me.
Post it, yes.
Would that, okay.
I think that would suffice.
All right, okay. I think that should be it for me for now.
Thank you, Tamara. I hope I answered all your questions. If you have any more questions,
one
please.
more.
Oh, yes.
Okay. It's a quick one, I promise. Does experience really matter to do with what you just explained with TEFL just now?
So the experience certificates, as I said in my presentation, sometimes the government asks or the Labor Department asks for them 5-year experience certificate, sometimes not. So I haven't found the why and when they ask for it, because it's not if you're a native or non-native speaker. Sometimes they just want it. It depends on the officer, depends on the moon, depending on what they had for breakfast. We don't know.
Okay.
So I think to be safe tomorrow, you should get an experience certificate and make
I
sure
already have it.
it's stamped, and then you are good to go. Then they cannot refuse your work permit.
Okay.
So
All right. Thank you very much.
my advice would be to get all the documents that I listed, get it in your hand, and you will be 100%.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Thank you very
tomorrow,
much.
if you have any more questions, please feel free to email me.
I will. Thank you.
Okay, tomorrow, have a good day.
Everyone too. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. Mara. And we will continue to the lake. So any teacher have question, please raise the hand, and we still have time to talk with Mr. Franz. So now will Mr. Isaac, if I spell correct, Mr. Isaac, are you right?
Yes. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Isaac.
Yes, and thank you very much for your presentation. My name is Isaac Edu, and I'm speaking from Ghana, a country in West Africa. Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you very clearly, sir.
That's good. Right, that's very good. First of all, I would like to find out from you if you give priority to non-natives from Africa.
No teacher enjoy more or less priority if it's all based on qualifications. So
Yes.
if you have the appropriate qualifications, you will obviously enjoy priority.
Oh, that's very good. I hold a bachelor's degree in education, and I've been teaching English for the past 10 years in a government school here in Ghana. And as we speak, I've started my master's in teaching English as a second language. And so I wanted to find out from you if I can apply. And do I have
Sir,
the chance?
yes, so do you have a TEFL, a CELTA, or a TESOL certificate?
No, I'm currently pursuing my TESOL, my teaching English as a second language TESOL certificate.
So
in my master's.
Once you are done with your TEFL certificate, and let me just go back to the slide. Once you have all these qualifications, the university degree, the criminal record check, the health check, your passport, obviously, TESOL, TEFL, CELTA, and your C1 proficiency, because Ghana isn't considered as a native speaking country. So then you are 100% good to go, Mr. Isaac.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So if
Thanks so much.
if you have all these, then you are 100% good to go.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
If you
That's
have
wonderful.
any more questions, sir, please feel free to email me.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay with your presentation, and thank you very much for the time. I hope to get back to you very soon with my application. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Mr. Isaac. Have a good day.
Yes.
Thank you,
Yes,
Mr.
you too.
Isaac. Yes. We will come with Miss Ala. Miss Ala, can you please turn on your microphone right now? Hello. Hello, Miss.
Breitenbach.
Yes. Can you turn on your micro? Okay, so while waiting for her, so we will continue with Mr. Archie questions.
Hello there. Hi. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, very clearly.
All right. Good morning, friends. I love the presentation. It's lovely. It's
thank you.
informative. And I really appreciate your honesty a while back with Sergi when you were answering his questions. So I do have this same, I don't know if it falls in the same kind of scenario, but I know I just like to ask for teachers of color, does Pony offer any kind of teacher to TA and teacher to student protection?
Do we offer any student to TA and student to teacher protection.
Yes, yes.
So I will tell you that how the process works. In the beginning of the school year, we sign a contract with each public school, and they, in that contract between the Pony English and the public school, there are clauses that does protect our teachers. Yes.
Great, great, perfect. And are the rooms equipped with cameras? Because
Some schools do have cameras. I would say 95% of the schools do have cameras, classrooms.
9 to 5. Great, great, awesome. And one more, if I could take your time, quickly.
No problem.
According to the Vietnamese law, decree 152, because I'm a non-native speaker,
Yes.
but I have a degree in English.
Mhm.
Would that suffice instead of the C1? Because I'm still in the process of
Yes,
getting the
that
C1.
would suffice. So if you do have a bachelor's degree in the English language, you would not need a C1 certificate as a non-native English speaker.
All right, great, great. Thank you.
According to decree 148 and 152.
Great. And and by the way, friends, I just like to take this short second here. I don't mean to scare everybody, and I'm sorry if I was a downer a while back, but some things that you don't expect and some things that you really don't want to happen are, I mean, they happen in classes sometimes. So, yep. Thank you, friends. Thank you for the honesty.
Okay. Pleasure, sir. Have a good
Have a good
day.
one. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Archie. So we will back to Miss Anna. I show her right now.
Miss Breitenbach.
Yes.
Franz, can you hear me?
Very clearly. How are you?
Thank you very much. I'm very well, thank you. I'm in Dubai, so.
Oh, is it hot?
Greetings from Dubai.
Is it hot there? It's like hell, isn't it?
It is extremely hot here. It's so humid. I can breathe with a spoon. Anyway, thank you very much for your presentation. Brilliant. I really appreciate that. I have a question. You seem to be very knowledgeable about the documents for Vietnam, and I'm at great pains with it. Tell me, what does it cost? What will it cost me to have my documents translated?
Translated is about 75,000 dong a page. So it's really not expensive. You can look at about how much. Let me just quickly hit the calculator. Yeah, 75,000. I will convert it for you in dollars. 20. It's about $3 a page for translation.
TUSD. Okay.
Yes.
I'm doing calculations because these things are important. You know,
very important.
I view it like this. My business is teaching. I see it as a business.
Mm-hmm.
So I subcontract myself, and this is how I view it. So I have to do the calculations. But thank you very much. I really appreciate your feedback, and thank you once again for your presentation.
It's a pleasure, Ms. Breitenbach. Good luck with the heat in Dubai.
No, I'm getting out of here. My contract, I've completed my contract, and I wish to leave before end of July. That's my plan.
Are you coming? If you're coming to Vietnam, we have a surprise for you. It's just as humid here, but I don't think as bad as is Dubai, but it's quite humid in Vietnam too. Yeah. But anyway, good luck, and I hope to receive an email from you, Ms. Breitenbach.
Thank you. I'll keep in touch.
Thank you. Yes. And we will move to Mr. or Miss Morgan. Miss Morgan, as I remember well. Hello? Hello? Mr. Miss Morgan, can you please speak? Oh, didn't hear anything. Hello? Okay, we will move back to her after the next teachers. Mr. or Miss Charity?
Hi, thank
Oh, Miss,
you.
yes.
Yeah, Miss Charity. Hi, friends, and
Hi,
hi,
Miss
everyone.
Charity.
Yes, greetings from the Philippines. Thank you so much for that presentation. It was very wonderful. So, my question is that I've been in the teaching like career for like almost 10 years, and my work experience basically started here in the Philippines. Like, I worked here as a public teacher for 3 years and then moved to Thailand for for teaching English as a second language. And I've spent my years there as well, teaching in a high school, in a public high school for 3 years, and then moved to Cambodia for a year as well to teach like kindergarten. So my question is that after the pandemic, I mean, sorry, the school in Cambodia closed, and they declared bankruptcy, and so I got pregnant, and so I had to really like go back to the Philippines. And now I'm not teaching any longer here. I worked in the corporate account, and I worked as a BPO, as a call center agent. And I wish I
Mhm.
could go back to Vietnam, because Vietnam is a very promising city, and my friends are also there, but I just couldn't like get into any like school
Mhm.
who like would accept my application because I'm here in the Philippines. So my question number one is that could I bring my family, because I already have a my child and my husband, and if not, that's totally fine. What would be the visa like after
Okay.
I get the business or the resident, not the, is it
Yeah,
resident visa?
residency
Yeah.
card. Okay, so your process will be you will come over to Vietnam first. You will apply on a 3-month business visa. While they are working on your documents and
Mm.
obtaining your work permit, we will apply for your TRC after obtaining your work permit. So let's say you get a 1-year work permit, you will get a 1-year TRC or a 1-year visa. After that, your family can enter on a VR. It's a relative visa. So they are your relatives. They can enter on a VR visa, which is applicable. It will expire the same day as your visa. So,
Mm.
yes, it is possible to bring your whole family, but you will have to come over first to do
Mm-hmm.
once you have your TRC in hand, they can apply for a VR visa, a
Mm-hmm.
relative visa.
And the TR visa would like what's the
VR,
duration?
VR.
Yeah, sorry, the VR.
Yes, the duration will be the same as your visa. Once your visa expires, their
Mm-hmm.
visa will expire too.
I see. But after the 3 months business visa, how long
Mm-hmm.
should I get the residency visa?
No, so you have 3 months to obtain your work permit.
Oh,
So
okay.
once you get your work permit, a TRC will take 7 to 14 days. So either
Mm.
they will grant you a 1-year visa or a
Mm.
2-year visa.
Oh, oh,
So it
okay.
depends on the government too, but they will choose either they give you a 1-year or a 2-year visa.
Oh, okay. All right. And second question, I think this would be the last. You have mentioned earlier that the TOEIC exam would be equivalent to the C1 certificate, right?
Yes.
And I'm also a major in English in secondary high school or secondary or high school. And I would like to know what about the TEFL certification? Should it be required? Because I've worked in Thailand and in Cambodia, they didn't ask me for that. So should it be really like
It's
the number one?
definitely needed.
Oh, okay, okay. All right.
Definitely 100% needed.
All right, got it. Because I already
Okay.
have taken it and I just have to pay for it. It's kind of like expensive because it's I think it's more legit because they have authentication and transcript of record, so I just have to pay for it then. All right, thank you so much,
Okay.
friends.
Perfect. JC, do you mind if I cut off here now? All the employers, if you have more questions, please send me an email. I am available on email. And I might take 1 or 2 days to reply, but I will get back to each and every one of you who sends me an email.
Yeah, so I saw several hands there. So I'm sorry that's because we not have enough time for Mr. Friend for another event after that. So you have questions, so you can send please to the Mr. Friend email as you can show in the slide, so that Richard Friends will answer for all the questions of you guys. And for any further information not relating to only English, or you need more information about work and live in Vietnam, so you can send us. Our email is Vietnam Teaching Job info at vietnamteachingjob.com. I will send in the chat box. So please don't hesitate to send us or send Mr. Franz for any further question after that.
Okay.
So Mr. Franz, can you please give the goodbye to all the teachers for joining Wait for you today?
Absolutely lovely to meet all of you, and good luck in your teaching careers in Vietnam. After the pandemic, it really hit the education department in Vietnam quite hard. A lot of teachers had to leave Vietnam. So the kids are counting on you guys to come over and educate them. It's very nice to meet all of you. Have a great day and goodbye. Thank you so much, Miss JC.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You are an absolute star, Miss JC.
Thank you so much, Mr. Franz, and thank you for all teachers today. So now I just want to give back to Mr. Tracy for the MC today. Hi, Miss Tracy.
Hi. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Jessie, and thank you for the presentation from the Pony English from Bắc Ninh province. The teacher, thank you so much for joining us today in the virtual job fair for expat teachers 2022. We hope you have made a remarkable impressions on your favorite employers. And once again, thank you for staying and working with us and staying until the end of the fair. And we look forward for more online events with the participation from you in the future. So the job openings for this event will be available for applying until the 24th of July. So good luck to all of our teachers joining the fair today, and see you in our future events. For any further questions, please don't hesitate to contact us via info@vietnamteachingjob.com or visit our website vietnamteachingjob.com with many related and useful articles and blogs about applying for jobs in Vietnam. Thank you so much and have a good days ahead. Bye bye.
Bye bye, or thank you so much.
No, there is no more afternoon session for this job fair. This is the end. Thank you.
The more things seem to change, the more they stay the same. Don't you hesitate. Girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your hair down. Sapphire and faded jeans. I hope you get your dreams. Just go ahead, let your hair down. You're gonna find yourself somewhere. Blue as the sky, sunburned and lonely, sipping tea in the bar by the roadside. Just relax, just relax. Don't you let those other boys fool you. Gotta love that afro hairdo. Maybe sometimes we feel afraid, but it's alright, yeah. The more you stay the same, the more that they seem to change. And don't you think it's strange? Girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your hair down. Sapphire and faded jeans. I hope you get your dreams. Just go ahead, let your hair down. You're gonna find yourself somewhere. Just more than I could take. Pity for pity's sake. Some nights kept me awake. I thought that I was stronger. When you're gonna realize that you don't even have to try any longer. Do what you want to. Girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your hair down. Sapphire and faded jeans. I hope you get your dreams. Just go ahead, let your hair down. We got no worries, 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 yeah. Oh, we got no worries, 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 worries. Oh, we got no worries, oh, we got no worries, oh, we got no worries, 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 worries. Oh, we got no worries, oh, we got no worries, oh, we got no worries, 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 worries. Oh, we got no worries, oh, we got worries.
Okay. You're the light in the morning. You're the breeze in the afternoon. You're the water welling up within me. You are making me new. You're the roots that go deep, deep down. You're the energy I need to grow. You're the mover of my every season. You surround me everywhere I go. You are the sun, and I'm your sunflower. You are the reason for the colors of my soul. You are the sun, and I'm your sunflower. So I love to you and overflow. You are watching over me constantly. You are strengthening my feeble knees. You are